UK Big Weather Production. Plus 21 Celsius, 70 something Fahrenheit. Time to go for a spin! And Headbanging Zulu UK pulls out from a parking space. Let's hear what happens here.
Notifying you locked, then your destination will be on the left.
Dunsey of Dunsey's Guitar World turns right without signaling. Didn't make Cloudy very happy. Cloudy Stormy Mather ends up at the stop line first, but to his left, we find that Bip Bop Boom runs the stop sign and cuts off Cloudy. Welcome to another edition of What's Spinning with Greg the Egg Blackmore Rules here. Hello, Legendary Scott Waters Fan Club. That's just a band called The Chats. A friend of mine put this on a CD. It's all like all the tracks blended into one, like 20-minute album. But so I can't skip songs here. But I think they're Australian, and I think it's a newer album too. Or I can't be for sure. But it has a sound like Angel City sort of thing. Like I don't. But if it's just like this kind of rock. But there's a taste of them. I can't go much further than that. There's the name of the album. But I'm going to pass that along. Now here is an album that doesn't get enough credit, I don't think. I think this is one of my favorite albums, period. I think the bass player is the guy who's blonde there. I think he's with Stryper now. I don't know if that's the bass player though. Perry Richardson. Really reminds me of Teenage Head's bass player too. It's the same kind of rock and roll hair. But this album, for any hair metal, if you want to call it that genre, this is my favorite album by anyone. Like out of your White Lions, Poisons, and even Whitesnake. Sound quality to this is second to none. Next. I'm not sure what year this is. This is their second album. There's their first album. I like this album better, but this one's pretty close second. If I recall, there's only one ballad, and it's at the end, Hold the Dream, and it's actually a really good song. Try another one. It's real Thinking Man's kind of hair metal. It's not just chicks and drugs kind of party rock. It's I want to get to the faster part, but here we go. Cheers, VC! Carson, Prince of Denmark Olsen. Peppermint Mocha. And maybe my favorite song, because it's the faster. Mama didn't raise no fool. Well, in my case, my mama did, because I'm a friggin' idiot, but produced by David Prater, never heard of him, but man. Anyway, there's a taste of that.
So this team can start to win hockey games with regularity. You know, and
definitely on a must-have album. Speaking of must-haves, here's the little album that could. This is one of these little secret albums that doesn't get talked about at all. Christian rock from the mid-'80s. This is Rush. To me, I still wonder if Rush actually did this or not, but this 2112 era Rush to me. And the sound quality on this, man, does it sound good. But it had, every song's like a Thinking Man song, like it has different shifts in it and stuff, but it's kind of, I don't know if you call it prog rock, but it's just not straight ahead heavy metal rock, but the singer sounds just like Geddy Lee. Here's a song, Mr. Electric. 15 years I did a radio show, and this was my ending song. I would sort of fast forward to, if I had 3 minutes left in the show, I'd put it to 3 minutes left in this song and end it with this, because they talk about air guitar, and that was the name of a radio show. So, because the lyrics are, "We love the way you play air guitar." But then it gets to the I want to get to the heavier part here. Mr. Electric, we love the way you play air guitar, air guitar, air guitar. Great solo. I mean, it's where do they go from there? There's keyboards in it, but it's not a keyboardy band. It's more for a mood enhancing thing. Sabbath used keyboards, but it was more for a mood kind of thing. Not, listen where the guitar kicks in. Out of all-time Christian albums, this is right at the top of my list, like top 5 for sure. Next. But it's heavy enough, it's not. I just gotta wait for it to kick in. Can't you see? Playing the cassette and while riding my bike and zooming down a hill, and the cassette player, the Walkman, fell onto the ground and smashed onto the pavement. Oh! Life is full of life is full of lessons to be learned. Holy cow, that's what the whole thing is. You never finish learning. Then, this is a 5-minute song, this one. But here. So to me, it's like where 2112 left off. This should have been the next album for Rush. Like, is this even I don't know if it's heavier. It might be heavier than 2112, but I definitely enjoyed it as much as 2012. But anyway, I guess there's a taste of that. Wish I could play the whole flipping album for you, but... Well, here's one I've been hanging around in here.
Sort of the opposite of Raymond, more powerful.
You should know this. This is like, if you're going to buy 10 CDs to go on a desert island, this has got to be one of the 10. My favorite singing performance of all time. This is one of my favorite album covers of all time. And the bonus tracks, you've got to get, if you have the regular edition, you've still got to get the bonus. Because the sound quality in this album is so perfect. You get 4 more songs, so that's like a third more music. Maybe like an extra side on now. Instead of it being a double album on vinyl, it'd be 3 sides. But Rock Forever, Delivering the Goods, Heck Bent for Leather, they're all 10 out of 10s. And then Starbreaker, the last one's still good. I don't know if it'll rewind to... I love it how Halford, when he introduces this song, goes, Green Metalishi. He just means it. I'm pretty sure I saw them on this tour too. It's got to be the Heck Bent for Leather tour. In case you haven't heard, here's Rock Forever, track 10. Here's one of the bonus tracks. Glenn Tipton and KK Downing with the perfect rock and roll hair. Yeah, this is just one of the greatest albums of all time. And then Delivering the Goods. I think Heck Bent for Leather, the album itself, was way underrated. Everyone goes on about Painkiller, but I'll take Heck Bent for Leather. Speaking of Heck Bent for Leather. There's KK Downing. He got made fun of, or a producer or something was asking, why are you jumping around in the studio? Why are you bending back? Why don't you just stand there and play the notes? Because you got to feel the music, which I totally agree. You can't just play standing there. I mean, even in the studio with KK New, you got to lean into the notes. Here's a better picture. Well, that does it for the big show, though. So thanks for watching, and don't forget, slower traffic. Keep left to right, cloudy. Heck Bent for Leather. Yeah, priest rules.